It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. Listen, we're forming here on the grid for race 1. You've seen the table, you've seen how close it is, so there's a real opportunity now for these guys, Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood, to regain the championship lead. They're not going to have it all their own way, because Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson, the couple who came together with them at Alton Park, are very, very quick here at Snetterton. Look a bit further down, Tony Brown and Sam Christie, they're on the case as well. And I'm waiting now for Steve Kershaw and Rob Wilson, because this is their opportunity, the number 29 outfit, to leapfrog the Birchells, leapfrog Tim Reeves, and they could go away from here third in the title chase. Here comes Kershaw, there's Sean Hegerty and James Neve, number 33. Here comes Kershaw and Rob Wilson, it's going to be close. This is a really, really fast circuit. No Tim Reeves, no Ben Birchall. There's a World Championship round on today. John Holden has gone there as well. So the cats are away. These boys are really going to play over 12 laps here at Snetterton, and away they go. Everyone, Tony Brown on the paymundo.com pushing hard, almost alongside Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood, who are going for the lead, but into the front. It looked like Peach grabbed it. It looked like Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson on the L&W Contractors Kawasaki. Yes, indeed. The green number 4. Stevens and Charlwood. Assured Office Solutions. BY's at Kawasaki. The young crew so much on form at the moment. Ben Holland, Lee Watson underneath Kershaw and Wilson. Hegerty, what a cracking start the reigning champion had. Sean Hegerty and James Neve. They just haven't got their act together yet, but it looks as though they've sorted the gremlins on the Suzuki. They're in 4th. Stevens and Charlwood closing. The sidecar wheel just coming a touch light. That's exactly how you want it, so you've got maximum drive. But Peach and Richardson then away. Look at these 4 outfits. Tony Brown and young Sam Christie on the paymundo.com Kawasaki. Such a quick, stylish crew they are. Tony Brown, sponsored by Paymundo, now works for them, so he's travelling the world as a financial consultant. He needs to consult some more money into the outfit, definitely, but he's flying here. Look at Stevens on the back of Peach. That's the view he has, and he's going in very, very fast indeed. Has he gone past? Oh, he's gone up the slip road. He's Stevens and Charlwood up the slip road on the AOS BY's at Kawasaki. That's dropped them all the way back. Everybody else has moved up a peg. Gary Horsepole rocketing by as well. So we're now riding with Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood way, way down the order. Paymundo.com's Tony Brown, Sam Christie in 2nd place. Through goes Hegerty, takes that 2nd place. Ben Holland, Lee Watson on the Finning Cat Kawasaki coming good here. They are now in 4th, the yellow and black bike. They've got a raft of corporate guests here. So Finning Cat taking advantage of the hospitality services here at Snetterton, and their boys are going well in 4th place behind the reigning champions. Tony Brown and Sam Christie showing the speed I know they're capable of. Past Gary Horsepole and Jimmy Connell goes Ricky Stevens, and Ryan Charlwood absolutely on a mission. Just watch the passenger's foot. Just look how these guys move. James Neve taking the time to casually look backwards to see where the chasing opposition is, and it's in the form of the Finning Cat Kawasaki. But Tony Brown and Sam Christie looking so good here now in 2nd place. Is this their chance to grab a solid podium position? Hegerty Neve then in pursuit. Meanwhile, Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson are away with it. The gap 1.5 seconds, and we're only on lap 2. What action we've had here in race 1. Oh, Hegerty running wide on the grass. Up to 3rd then goes Ben Holland. That is so uncharacteristic. Through comes Stevens past Hegerty. Sean Hegerty is in disarray here. It's so uncharacteristic of him. Let's have a look, see what happens. He just goes in too hot, can't get it stopped. He's on the grass. James Neve using all of his skill to keep the traction there. Hegerty gets it stopped on the brakes, and then he's back in action. But there's a hand in the air. James Neve has his hand up. They're retiring, so up the slip road they go out of the action. By flashes Gary Horsepole. Sean Hegerty obviously has a problem, maybe with his brakes, who knows. Certainly no further part in this proceeding, but Ricky Stevens now up to 4th. right on the tail end of his fellow Portsmouth rider Ben Hall and Lee Watson Finney Cat. Look at the difference in speed as Stevens flashes through as they go into Riches at the end of the straight. Along they go down to Montreal, this third gear right-hander. Now the power's back on. They're on a mission now, they're up to third, so they're back in a podium place, but ahead of them, a very, very quick Tony Brown. Tony Brown looking really good, he's impressing me here at Snetterton today. This round 4 of the Hyundai Heavy Industries British F1 Sidecar Championship in association with the Molson Group. Brought a new level of professionalism to the outfits. You can see the way the bikes are prepared. Just look at this. Fellow team members, of course, with Tommy Hill's British Superbike team, Dan Buckham and Chris Walker. The livery is identical. This bike has been on show. The previous week was in the town centre. A lot of interest generated when we take these race bikes out to meet members of the public, particularly the sidecar outfits with their skins off, because they are such intricate pieces of engineering underneath. Gary Horspool going very, very well, and Jimmy Connell now fully recovered from injury. Ian Brown and Jed Pilmore-Brady. There's Rupert Archer and Steve Thomas, and Ian Guy and Danny Evanson, a very good experienced passenger, Danny Evanson, going past or having a stab at Ian Drown. So the Mick Robson Racing Kawasaki of Ian Drown has been passed by Ian Guy, and indeed the number 44 outfit of Gary Bryan and Jamie Wynn, formerly ridden by Roger Body, our series promoter, that outfit. Straight from the back of a 6th place in the Isle of Man TT and a silver replica, Gary Bryan getting to grips with the long F1 outfit, and now he's building his confidence. He's passed Ian Guy. So Yangy, as he's affectionately known in the paddock, he's not having any of that. He's got his nose back in front. Look at this scrap. There's Drown throwing it to the inside. Vastly experienced. Through he goes. Jed Pilmore-Brady with the yellow and green leathers doing a great job for the Devonian here. Ian Drown having been a bit poorly of late. It's so good to see him back on the Mick Robson Racing Kawasaki and riding just like his old self. Ian Guy, though, Ian Guy with Dan Evanson, is a man inspired in the 2015 season, has ridden for many, many years at a top level, but this guy is really, really getting back in the groove. There he is. L&W Suzuki, Ian Guy. Gary Bryan, Jamie Wynn right on the back of him, though. I don't think Gary Bryan's finished yet. As I say, 6th place in the Isle of Man. He came here absolutely inspired. And he's having a look at Ian Guy. Look at this scrap, and this is mid-pack. Ian Drown's got it at the moment. Ian Guy wants it. Gary Bryan can sense that it might come his way. And Brian Gray and Ben Ransley have come up to play as well. So we've now got a 12-wheeler with Brian Gray on the Yamaha LCR. He's not yet using the latest R1 engine. And at the front, it's all closed up. We've got these 3 up the front. Tony Brown, look at that on the back of Andy Peach. There's Ricky Stevens, the young guns. Tony Brown, he's a young gun. Sam Christie, possibly the youngest passenger in the business here, doing an absolutely fantastic job. Ricky Stevenson looking at the inside as they go up towards Riches. Down to 5th gear, chopping across the front, Tony Brown, not having any of that as the Assured Offer Solutions, BYs and Kawasaki. Such a rapid bike. Kawasaki, the favoured choice of engines for all these crews in 2015. The only man retaining BMW is Roger Lovelock. He is sidelined watching proceedings and watching his championship lead evaporate. Tony Brown's going for the lead here. He wants it. Up the inside of Andy Peach. Has he gone ahead? Paymundo.com Brown has gone ahead. He leads the race. Oh, he went in too hot. Went in too hot, he's now in 3rd, he's got to recover. Too much gas. Did I see Tony Brown spinning? Oh, they've capsized it. They have capsized it. Too much gas to try and recover there. On the ground is Sam Christie. Bit of debris in the track. And at the front now, since the departure of Tony Brown and Sam Christie, Ricky Stevens has made a passing move stick and has gone ahead of Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson. Now, Peach and Richardson, with 2/3 race distance gone, have just led this race in a dominant fashion. Now the battle is very much on for the final place on the podium. Kershaw and Wilson from Scotland, the guys from north of the border on the express tyres of Lockerbie. This is what happened to Tony Brown. Oh, goodness me. It absolutely launched Sam Christie, who landed heavily on his left ankle. That buckled. I don't yet know if he sustained any injuries, but he was moving and the marshals were on their way to him. But their departure has given everybody else a bit of a fillip because they've now all moved up one place. And this scrap further down the field, this 5-way scrap with Brian Gray and Ben Ransley on the back of it, is just, it's got everybody on its toes. It's got me excited. It's got the director excited, I can tell you, because I can hear the vocals in my cans. What brilliant, brilliant stuff this is. Ian Drown then, and Jed Pilmore-Brady leading the bunch. Gary Bryan's lurking in there. We're riding on board with Ian Guy. There, Rupert Archer and Steve Thomas, a new passenger for him this weekend. Rupert Archer's a man revitalised as well, the Shrewsbury racer. The Hannafin Suzuki, latest piece of kit, it shows. There he is, number 70. There's Ian Guy and Dan Evanson. There, Gary Bryan, Jamie Wynn just hanging on there, doing a really, really good job. I don't think Gary Bryan's done yet. He's got the hang of this Santander Salt Kawasaki and he's riding it well, and we are on the penultimate lap. John Mushet, the photographer there, focusing his lens right trackside. He's in the action too. Ian Drown, Jed Pilmore-Brady leading this bunch. His Guy then on the back of Archer, senses that he can get up the order here. He's riding so well and so determined, Ian Guy. And he's inspired to have Danny Evanson in with him. Ken Edwards, regular passenger, away on other duties. So Danny stepped in, and what a cracking job he's doing. Oh, look at that underneath. Here comes Gary Bryan. Gary Bryan and Jamie Wynn. Jamie Wynn enjoying, he loves his racing. The big, lanky Jamie Wynn. And they've gone by Ian Guy and made it stick. Ian Drown, Jed Pilmore-Brady. Oh, dear me. Look at the eyes, the focus in Ian Drown's eyes. Fantastic to see him racing like this. But he knows full well he's got 4 outfits climbing all over the back. Rupert Archer having a look, went in a little bit hot. Back end went a little bit loose there. Penultimate lap, but it's a 3-mile lap. It's still a long way to go. Anything can happen. And this is an enthralling and entertaining and a highly encouraging battle for these guys, and it's all about 6th place, because ahead of them in 5th, having a lonely but of a brilliant ride, Gary Horspoll, number 32, with Jimmy Connell. Then we've got Kershaw Wilson and the Holland-Watson pairing. Behind Andy Peach, and out in front it's Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood. But this is where the action is at the moment, or the close action shall I say. Everyone lapping consistently. Gary Bryan on the Santander Salt Kawasaki senses he might be able to make a move on Rupert Archer. That's going to be interesting. Brian Gray and Ben Ransley, number 7 on the red Yamaha, have closed up. Brian Gray, the motorcycle dealer from High Wycombe, contesting the entire season. How good is it to see him? How good is it to see the Be Wiser Kawasaki, the Assured Office Solutions Be Wiser Kawasaki, in the capable hands of Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood at the front on their final lap, having battled back after that hot corner entry, a slip up the side road, a visit round the houses, rejoining in about 7th place, and here they are, having muscled their way past everybody, including the man who led the race for half distance, Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson. But in 3rd place, it's Kershaw. Brilliant for him. This will help his championship standings tremendously. Stephen Kershaw, the man who sat out an entire season for open heart surgery, is back with a bang and doing wonders for north of the border. What's it going to be like when we get to Knockhill? The next round is Knockhill, home ground for Kershaw and Wilson. They've got a huge following there. Their sponsor, main sponsor, Express Tyres, just down the road in Lockerbie. So I expect when we get to Knockhill to have a lot of activity around Kershaw's awning. But the line, the checker flag, the end of 12 laps awaits Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood, the championship lead as well. And a brilliant, brilliant win for them. Over the line comes Andy Peach and Charlie Richardson. Andy Peach shaking his head. He knows something wasn't right. He did something wrong there. What's going on here? Ian Drown then. Are they holding it? Yes. But Rupert Archer. Here comes Gary Brow. Goodness me, Rupert Archer clouted Ian Drown. Jen Pillwall Brady had nowhere to go. He was furious. Ian Guy is going to capitalise on this, sprinting past everyone. Is Ian Guy getting it or Gary Bryan? Gary Bryan got Ian Guy on the line. Look at that. What a fantastic race. And there, right in the middle of that lot, Horsepole and Connell, sensational fifth for them. Race winners, Stevens, Peach, and further down the order, Hegerty, you can see, you saw them retire. Tony Brown crashed out. Sam Christie has hurt himself, but not seriously. Kirk and Hughes, they had a problem as well, as indeed did Matt McLaurin and A.D. Hope.
Championship leaders are Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood. The assistant officer and supervisor Kawasaki.